All right, we need a new solution because your ban solution isn't working. So
It's ran by people, and ultimately people are humans, and humans are ultimately flawed, right? And that's just a byproduct of freaking humans running the ship. That's why in about 6 to 9 months, once ChatGPT or Gronk 3.0 comes around and is actually running this shit, a lot of the stuff is going to be ironed out and ads will come flying back in, because ultimately ads on Facebook, on social media, and paid through an influence like this, way more spent or well spent than printing flyers and passing them out at like a local event. If you've been around on the internet for as long as I have, you know about the adpocalypse, or at least the adpocalypse 1.0. But now it looks like we're going through it again. At least if you're on Twitch, you're kind of noticing that your ad revenue is going kaput. And Ludwig, whenever he speaks, we listen. And whenever we listen, we like to throw in our 2 opinions along the way.
another mogul mail. I'm going back to back. And I got to say, guys, what the heck? I looked at my analytics on this channel after taking a 10-week hiatus, and thousands of you guys unsubscribed. Okay, joke's over.
Ludwig fell off. He lost 10K, guys. He fell off. He lost more than what we currently have over here.
We can resubscribe now. It might take a little bit longer.
Just off that statement, I got to roll one
When
up.
I really want to talk about something, I'm going to make a damn video. Like today, where we're talking.
Whoa! That's what we're doing here, too. Nice. I see you, Ludwig. Actually, you're one of the guys that inspired me to do this. Asmon is the king of the roaches, but you show handsome.
Talking about the Twitch adpocalypse. Why? Because
No Diddy, of course.
I was talking to my friend Shake about it last night, and I wanted to look up a video to learn more about it, and there was none. So I decided, okay, I will make one. And today, I should preface, we are going to base.
Whoa, I think there's been plenty of people who are talking about the stuff on Twitch, but it's going to be crazy because Asmon's made like 4 videos on this. You made 1. I'm going to see how many I can milk out of it. Realistically, it's probably going to be 1 or 2.
Basically be talking about 3 points around the Twitch adpocalypse. What is it? How did it happen? And what should happen next to fix it? That's
1, what is it? The adpocalypse. There's people who pay Twitch or Amazon to place their ads on certain streamers, or not even certain streamers, just to put their ads on the platform. And these ads just get placed all throughout the platform. And sometimes some people say some wild stuff, like Hassan, and then he'll say something like, I don't know, something out of pocket. And then something related to that out of pocket comment may or may not be appeared on the ad wall. It's completely misaligned. 2, what caused it? Really, Asmon kind of caused it with his big, comment where he said some wildish, outlandish stuff. But it's not just him. He may have been the one to start the domino effect, but Hassan, Froggy, Grogan, all of these other people who say wild stuff where Twitch just obviously plays favoritism. And then what's going to happen with step number 3? What's it going to do to fix it? Honestly, give it about 9 to 8 months before we can get the new version of AI to populate some words and kind of auto flag some stuff and put it in a new algorithm, AI algorithm, where it's, if you just have so many people who have manpower who are working on this, shit's going to fall through the cracks. You know what I'm saying?
really what I want to address today. And we should start with first ads on Twitch, because I'm old enough on Twitch that back in my day, Unk Status, I get it. It was cringe to run ads. People
I am Unk Status as well. I am 30.
didn't do it. And it made sense. You know, people would already be paying your subscribers for your content. So why would you also...
Okay, we caught a mouse. Okay, we're back. We found a little mouse at the house last night, and Lo has been freaking out about it. So he put one of the little sticky pads down. Unfortunately, the little bastard was caught up in one of the sides of the sticky pad. So I actually got like a back scratcher, and like I swear on everything, this mouse and I like linked up, and I was like, "Look, bro, you're adorable as hell. I'm not trying to kill you. I'm not trying to eat you. I'm trying to save you." So he would bite the edge of the back scratcher, and I'd lift, and he was holding on, and he got one hand, and I was like, perfect. Now pull it off to the side. We just did it until he got off, and then like it was just enough to where his tail was on, and it was not letting go. So I put it on top of a fence, and I could see him pull it, and eventually it popped off. And his little ass scurried and stopped and turned around and looked at me. Turned around and ran away, and I swear in that moment we looked at each other and just like mentally we linked up, and it was like, okay, the rest is on you, little bro. So little mouse man, little ratatouille, if you're out there, I hope you find yourself a little ratua. You guys have lots of babies and you guys could live happily ever after. Just please don't come back in my apartment, because my girlfriend probably won't want me to kill you the next time you step foot in here. Now let's pick this back up.
So why would you...
And if I'm going to be real truthful to you guys, I've already told this story once, but I forgot to press the record button, and I found myself right about here in the video, and then I realized, oh shit, I'm not recording.
Also be taxing people by making them watch ads. It was something you just didn't really do until Twitch made a bit of a change. They started to tell you how much money you would make if you were to run ads. And they also ran a program that
yeah, when they said, hey, if you want to run ads like a TV show on your stream, guess what? This is how much money you can make. And Twitch said, look, we're going to guarantee you this money. And that money at the time was stupid.
subsidize that amount of money. So they basically say like, okay, well, this is how many viewers you have. If you were to run like 3, 6, 9 minutes of ads an hour, we could pay you like a couple $1,000s. And, you know, not only could we will guarantee pay you that amount of money, and you just do the deliverables and, you know, it all sort itself out. They're basically subsidizing people running ads. Now, they only ran this program for like a few months, but it worked. It created a culture where streamers now knew how much they would make if they ran ads. And
that was the biggest shift, honestly, is it created a culture and it shifted the mind space on Twitch, like a streamer being like cringe for running ads to it being like, okay, we understand that the streamer isn't going to make as much for sub, and we want to support our streamer, and we want our favorite streamers to make monies. That way they can have a certain lifestyle and X, Y, and Z. That really, that time, that subsidized time was really just, if anything, it wasn't just an ad dot like, hey, we're going to pay a lot of creators to run ads and have a successful ad program, but we're also like subconsciously going to train our audience a certain way that this is going to be the new norm. And I think that was the bigger underlying mission, where at the think tank that they're all fucking hitting their margaritas saying, hey, it fucking worked, boys.
Became a part of their lifestyle and overall income. And so now people run ads. And you should know this if you've ever tried to watch a subathon in the past couple of years.
Farming that shit.
Those are basically ad farms, man. Live 732 hours in a month. That's 732 hours to run ads, baby.
And you get a lot more money from the ads than you do subs, which is insane to think about.
And thankful to the boys at FaZe for leaking their income. We
phase up, baby. Phase up. Shout out to the
know
boys.
how much money you can make from ads alone. Now, I'm not sure. It's possible that Ron might have photoshopped this image a bit, little inspect element. But if we take it at face value, he says he earned $1.2 million during his subathon, and he only had 63,000 subscribers.
Damn! And only 63.
Now, I say only because if you do the math, that 63,000 subscribers is $220,000, which means he made an extra $1 million. That's not from...
That's a lot of cheese. That's
bits.
all from ads.
That would mostly be from ads.
That's ad
And what
money.
makes this even more realistic and more impressive in my mind, Jason was the biggest in the FaZe group for their subathon. In terms of subs, he had the most subscribers. You can see 100,000 right here. And he made $500,000 total. It's a lot of money. Now, the light pink is the amount of money he made from ads. You can see his ad density went down, all right? He didn't make as much from ads, as opposed to somebody like Lacey. That's a lot of light pink.
And honestly, you could tell the guy who's not trying to farm his community gets more subs. The guy who's constantly trying to farm his community just gets his money from ads. And when the ads go away, yikes. I guess it's time for Lacey to be a mailman, huh?
Now, ignore...
I heard the post office is looking for jobs.
For this number, I know is a fact. He inspect elemented this. This is a fake number. This number is real.
God, always, dude, this guy is always trolling. I wonder if Lacey's actually like this, or if he's like, I would like to have a margarita with him, no cameras, no nothing around, just see what he's like, because there's no way he's like telling everybody they suck, they hate, and he's just dogging his film guy, film team, all of that. There's no way he's like that obnoxious to be around. It has to be a facade, a character, right?
So he made $70,000 less than
God,
Jason,
I hope so.
while having less than half as many subs, less average viewers. How? Because his ad density was so high. He's running an ad density equivalent to TV shows.
Like, I'm watching ESPN in the morning, I get a 5-minute segment and like a 6-second or like 6 minutes of ads. I'm like, yo, I'm getting more ads than I am content right now. What the hell?
Okay? And he is able to make just from that hundreds of thousands of dollars in ads. I would not be surprised if Kai made as much, if not more money from his subathon in advertising than he did from all of the hundreds of thousands of subs he has.
He's currently, as of recording this video, because he's still going on his subathon, it's November 18th, he's at 400K subs. absolutely deserved to on Kaizen. I hope he gets 400K more. The dude deserves it, but I can't imagine the amount of ad money that AMP is making right now. They're all kicking back and ordering tomahawk steaks tonight and ordering like top shelf margaritas. And if they're not, they better be. They should.
This is all kind of gone now. The advertisers are pulling out. It is true, and streamers are making a lot less money this month.
And I don't think it's going to be just this month. I saw Asman comment on this, but I agree with him. My time in Telemundo, I work for an ad agency, so I can second his opinion of like, hey, November, December is a lot of the time like where big advertising dollars are being signed for like the next year, the next 4 quarters, at least 3 quarters. So I think this is going to be a domino effect to where we're not going to see a turnaround really. It's probably only going to go down and kind of bottom out around the new year. But we're not going to see an uptick in probably ad dollars until April or May, just before that next second. Really pretty much Q2. So maybe like March, April, we're not going to see a small uptick in those ad dollars.
Okay, how do we know this? Well, Twitch streamers are talking about it. Here is Quinn.
What the hell?
Yo, what a sick-ass overlay.
So you're getting... Wait. Oh, bro, you're just getting no ad money. At all.
How base? You got Sniper, you got fucking Elden Ring, got some wine over here. Freaking Power World balls. You got his overlays right here. Based as hell. Love the tig old biddies right here. I mean, just... How often do you think about the Roman Empire? I love it.
All right, here's Moon also talking about
I
it.
saw like
Trying to get a
like,
wide
oh,
array of
ads,
streamers.
ad apocalypse, blah 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 blah. Out of curiosity, I went and checked my revenue. In the last 2 days I've streamed, I received $0 on ads.
And then finally, here's Stock Guy actually showing his analytics. You can
This is
see how
crazy.
much money he is making from ads.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers? Like, chill guys, just use Pi. It's a free Chrome extension that
And how
Look at the drop off. Oh my god, he's making like almost $200 a day on average, maybe like 190 on average, to like less than 10.
far it has dropped. For some people, it's half. For some people, they're making 10, 20% of what they used to make. And the way ads worked on Twitch for a long time was a very simple calculation. What is your viewership? Okay. What is your ad density? How many ads are you running an hour? And where are your viewers from? Because
That one made not sense to you, but if you stream in the United States, ideally they want the United States audience. If you stream overseas, they want the overseas audience.
advertisers view viewers differently depending on their location. That is it. That is the only factors that went in. And then however much money Twitch made from advertising, they would pay you out like a percentage portion, all right? You know, something like 30, 40, 50, some percent based off your deal of how much money they made from the advertisers. The issue is that only works if they have advertisers. And a lot of advertisers have pulled out, okay? They have pulled out and it has hit Twitch hard.
Why have they pulled out?
All right, and I'll talk in a minute what my prediction is for what will happen to that advertising money. But first, we have to talk about why they pulled out. Where did the advertisers go? Do they hate Twitch all of a sudden? Well, the genesis of this, as far as I can tell, is when Asman got banned off of Twitch.
It always goes back to Asnan, and I think he may be the domino effect of this. I don't think he's the reason why the Adpocalypse came, but he may have been the domino that just got it to all fall down.
Because you see, Asman got banned after making some comments about Palestinian people, some very negative comments about Palestinian people. He got banned off of Twitch. And this sort of caused a domino effect where people are like, okay, you ban Asman for saying this thing about Palestinian people, but, you know, what about this person saying this thing about this people? And that
I think we're talking about Hassan here, right?
happened a lot because this is an issue Twitch has been dealing with for years, which is inconsistency in their bans.
And even though they have a policy, and even though they may have, banned people, certain people get away with it, skate by it, and ultimately Twitch is not an individual, it's a group of people, and a group of people are going to be flawed, especially at a corporate place. Like, there's always going to be a small level of people in there who are really cool, down to earth, like, really are in there for the right reasons, and the other one are just corporate people who have jobs who probably really don't even appreciate Twitch for what it is, and they're going to have certain biases on streamers who are drinking the certain Kool-Aid, and the ones who aren't, who are having the party punch in the back with the small amount of people. Ultimately, this is going to be ran by people, and people are human and humans are flawed. Huh, that was long-winded to get to that last little bit.
All right, they have their code of conduct, their terms of service, whatever. They have to ban based off of that, and sometimes it's not upheld consistently. All right, and so this
Frogan,
became,
that's who we were
you
talking
can see
about.
October 16th is the day Asmund got banned, a very common trend. All right, oh, you ban Asmund? Well, what about when Frogan said this, crazy thing about U.S. soldiers? All right,
In all fairness, she did get banned temporarily, but still, the inconsistency on how bans are held across the board, we can all agree, is just insane.
and Twitch got basically controversy after controversy after controversy. All right, and at first, this was maybe just some like social media stuff, but then there was a concerted effort by people to go straight to the advertisers. All right, because Twitch wasn't buckling. They weren't like banning other people for their comments based off the social media blow up. They were just kind of holding fast. They banned Asmund. They're like, okay, we're good now. Please leave us alone. That did not work. They were not left alone. Not only were they not left alone, their advertisers were not left alone. And this is one of the other genesis I can see of advertisers now getting involved after the Asmund ban. And here's a tweet that said, made a video of what you can do. It's a long video, so I'll just distill it. But basically, it was email the advertisers that Twitch worked with who were displayed prominently in sections that people viewed as like anti-Semitic and get them involved. Okay? He says, fuck Twitch for making me do this cancel culture, cuck fucks, and blueser shit. But that is exactly what happened. It was a attempt at creating an adpocalypse. Attempt very successful. Now, Twitch tried to curb this. They tried to appease advertisers.
I actually did not know that fact, so I'm glad I watched this.
And also the Anti-Defamation League, who's getting involved. And they banned several Arab streamers following a Habibi rating panel that was at TwitchCon. And you can see the sponsors are in the background of this. This was going viral. I promise you, all of these sponsors got thousands of emails in their inbox after this.
And none of them are asking for that. They're paying dollars for that not to happen. They're paying for a bunch of professionals to market their things so that they don't have to worry about having bad publicity around their company. That is why this is bad. And it's inconsistent how Twitch will handle something like that, but then will ban somebody for making just a, like a threat. I'm not even going to try to bring that one up because I don't remember the exact stats on that.
And it worked. Now, you might think to yourself, okay, well, Ludwig, this was like a month ago, right? We're November 16th now. Asmund got banned October 16th. The banning of the people at the TwitchCon panel was October 21st. Well, how do you think ad deals work? It rolls over the next month. So the reason ad rates plummeted in November is because all those advertisers pulled out for the month of November. And there's no way in that 2-week period for Twitch to resell a bunch of ad slots to brand new advertisers, especially when brand new advertisers are going to see this blowing up on social media. And
that takes about 5 weeks. And what's more, this is going to be a domino effect. I have a funny feeling that these ads aren't coming back for the holidays, boys and girls. So strap the fuck in, lock in, and I hope you have multiple streams of revenue and you're not just relying on ad dollars like Lacey may be, because you may wind up in the post office just like him.
And not want to touch it with a 60-foot pole. You get me? All right. So there's currently in Twitch world a piss match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hassan is blaming Asmongold for the adpocalypse for teaming up with people who he says, and Asmund is
looking at me and blaming me. I want to say you're welcome.
Taking blame himself and probably talking about DEI again for the
That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good.
100th time. If I had to guess.
Hey, Asmund's farming the DEI content too. He's probably made more money about DEI than DEI is actually made.
Now, what is Twitch doing about it? Twitch has done two main things. The first one is they're trying to have the most perfectly crafted, curated conduct policy to be able to catch all things that could offend anyone and make advertisers as happy as possible. And this is a very hard thing to do in an ever-changing world. Their latest change has been making the term Zionist along with a mean term now prohibited. Now that gets you banned off the website. The other thing they have done is they are now using tags as a way to demonetize creators. So
So in other words, like most of the time, like I have English, or people are gonna have like Phase, Amp, 100 Thieves, Optic. Now you're gonna have things that are like 18 plus, mature, political, and if you're slapped with one of those, tags, you're gonna be put on a list, and you're gonna get a lot less ad revenue from that stream.
there's this thing on Twitch that people usually use as jokes called tags. So like Kai's tags are short and loud. Asmon's tags are bald. Okay. But some of the tags are very legitimate and well used, like the language tags, and some are now enforced, like the politics tag. And if you have a tag like politics or something maybe like sexual themes, well, then you're not going to be making money off ads. And we know that because here's a clip of someone talking about that who has those sexual theme tags.
So this month I play like
Oh, don't her make sexual themed content? No way, right? No, never. No, she has to be producing high quality original content, right?
full
Like I can talk.
3 hours ad, and I get 0.08 USD money from it.
She played
3 hours and made 8 cents. Yikes. That sounds like that's my numbers right there.
3 hours of ads and she made 8 cents. Okay? 8 cents total.
That's about
Now,
that's about what I get.
what's going to happen
What's the problem
next?
there?
The ad money is going to come back. Maybe not to where it was before, at least not for a while. But we know this because this has happened before. If you remember, YouTube had an adpocalypse in 2017. Now, a lot of people blame PewDiePie for it. I would argue that's a bit reductive. In the same way, it might be reductive to blame a single person for the adpocalypse on Twitch today.
Like Asmon.
At that same time that PewDiePie
I was also there for all of this. I am UncStatus. I remember all of this. I was living up on the internet, feasting on all of this kind of content.
PewDiePie had a video with a bunch of edgy jokes. There were also terrorist training videos found on YouTube that had advertisers on them. All right?
I think the terrorist training videos probably had a little bit more to do than the PewDiePie ones back in the day, but what do I know?
But the thing is, it's not like if you go to YouTube, there isn't fucked up shit on there still. There's definitely still stuff
There's a
that
lot.
advertisers would not want to advertise on.
Like kid stuff. There's a lot of weird, perverse kid stuff that just kind of gets by because it's like animated like it's Happy Tree Friends.
I can look this shit up if I want. All right, you can look this up. If you look up nude yoga, nude yoga.
I think this is actually a bad example. I think being able to look up the side effects of cocaine is probably a good thing so that people get educated and understand, hey, probably don't want to do cocaine.
There's some shit on there that advertisers do not want to be on that is still available on YouTube. Because there should be a difference on what is available to watch on a platform and what advertisers want to be a part of on a platform. Not everything that's on a platform should just be stuff that advertisers want to see. We should not become Coco Melon TV on
That's very fair.
every single platform. In the same way that not everything on a platform should be only things advertisers don't want. Like, well, let's be frank, Kick. Okay, you don't want both of those.
Yeah, because Kick just is filled with, or at least the perspective of Kick, its online image is that it's just a website for degenerates who want to film their IRL crimes and then try to post it like they're cool.
Realities, you need a mix. But to have a mix, you need a lever to be able to punish people accordingly. And what I mean by that is right now on Twitch, the biggest problem that I see is the only way they have to punish people, or the main way they've had to punish people, is a ban. And a ban is very strict. It is 100 to 0. Turn the water off.
Yeah.
Okay? You cannot make any content at all anymore at all ever.
And with how YouTube does it, because I have a funny feeling this is where Ludwig's gonna go. YouTube has a couple different ways where you have like a green dollar mark, which is like you get all your money. A yellow one, which is like you get limited amount of money because it could be for ads. It could have some type of like limited copyright strike. And then there's a red one, which is bad. That's the one where it's like if you try to react to music videos, guys, you get a copyright strike, and if you get 3 of those, your YouTube channel is done. Twitch should probably implement something like that to where a stream could be like green, yellow, red, and you get too many of these reds, then you get permabanned off the website.
All right? That's a little bit strict. On YouTube, they have a pretty good system. You've probably
God,
heard
I
of
called
right?
it.
Most videos, if everything's good to go, they are
green.
monetized. Okay? Maybe that's what the green money sign is. Maybe you have the gray money sign. That means you didn't monetize it. Okay?
Turn it
You
off.
just didn't monetize that shit. Red,
And you know what? There's actually good times to do this when you're just trying to like update your community on something good or bad, or just giving them a massive update. Not everything needs to be monetized. You know.
means you can't monetize it. Now, this could be for copyright or because maybe what the content is about.
Stop asking me to react to music because I get these every time, and I'm scared of them.
So the red is you can't monetize it. And then there's yellow, which is this video in YouTube, if you ever ask them, will always say this, is not being suppressed by the algorithm, but will not be shown to advertisers. Now, YouTubers will always tell you that if it has the yellow money sign, it is being suppressed. The views are worse. YouTube
Technically, it's not being suppressed. It's just being limited, right? And you're like, what kind of wordplay mental gymnastics are you trying to get over me right now?
says the opposite, but fact remains, this does not make money. The advertisers will not go on this video. Now, there's another section, which is yellow with the 18 plus. So not only can they not be monetized, the channel must be 18 plus to watch. Those do get suppressed,
I've actually never seen that. That's new to me.
obviously, because
What kind of incels are on the? What kind of incel YouTube is on this algorithm? What the hell? I've never seen that.
it's just being shown to less people total. But this is the system that YouTube uses now. And this spawned, in part, from
Pretty
the
good.
adpocalypse. As opposed to all content being equal,
Not as good as what it once was. If you're a real YouTube OG, you know the original YouTubers, the Philip DeFrancos in the world probably would tell you the old money way easier to get, way much more better.
and being able to be monetized just based off those three factors: views, ad density, where the viewers are from. It is now also based off what the content of the what the contents of the content is. You get me? And Twitch hasn't had
I get you.
a good way to do that. I think this tag system is also not the best way to do that because people can lie quite easily about tags, and tags are seen as a bit of a joke. So imagine if you had to do on Twitch, is what I think.
But in all fairness, they're seen as a joke right now. But just like how running ads on a stream was cringe, and now it's just socially acceptable, tags, the mentality around them could change, and probably change a lot easier than ads.
They should do the same thing you have to do on YouTube when you upload a video. When you start up a stream, you have to do this. So when you upload a YouTube video, first thing you have to do, does it have paid advertising? You have to disclose, all right? This is required.
Don't worry, guys. None of my shit is paid advertising because we ain't got no sponsors, not yet.
They instantly make you do that. I think that'd be a good thing. All right. If I want to monetize it, yeah, I want to make some money. Let's make some money.
Yep.
Fuck it. It'll make you go to an ad suitability form. And basically I have to fill out, okay, do I have some censored profanity or words like hell or damn? Did I say bitch, douchebag, or asshole? Yeah, I did do that. Okay. Does it have adult sexual content? Okay.
Nope, doesn't
Yeah,
have
I have
that.
romance and kissing. Okay.
Is that sexual content? Is romance kissing is sexual content?
Okay. Or, oh no, I had some exposed minimal sexual body parts. Now the ads are automatically limited. So I
Wow.
have the burden of answering myself. Now you could say, well, you would just lie on this. Here's what YouTube does. They have a bot automatically check. If they find discrepancies and your rating accuracy is low, they might not monetize your video. And I have been a bit of a victim of this.
So have I.
It looks like you might have made some mistakes.
Yeah, I've had this in the past as well.
And what happens is now I have more bots. Basically, more bots check my shit because I was wrong. Because every time I do it, I just say,
And I just now learned that in this video.
yeah, I have some slight swearing. And sometimes I have a bit more swearing because I'm playing League with some degenerate assholes.
No wonder my shit's
But
been
that
suppressed
is
recently.
to me how Twitch should work, right? They'll need some bots to be able to scour the content. They'll probably have to do this manually. But what's, I think, not very realistic, because they haven't been able to do this in the past decade that I have known Twitch, the website, is they cannot continue to make their main way of demonetization banning by upholding their code of conduct and their terms of service. They should continue to ban people when people are breaking it.
Totally.
But they're going to fuck up. They're going to miss. And they're missing way too much. At a certain point, you have to realize, hey, man, hang up the fucking jersey. All right, we need a new solution because your ban solution isn't working. So
It's ran by people, and ultimately people are humans, and humans are ultimately flawed, right? And that's just a byproduct of freaking humans running the ship. That's why in about 6 to 9 months, once ChatGPT or Gronk 3.0 comes around and is actually running this shit, a lot of the stuff is going to be ironed out and ads will come flying back in, because ultimately ads on Facebook, on social media, and paid through an influence like this, way more spent or well spent than printing flyers and passing them out at like a local event.
So anyway, that's the adpocalypse. The reason I say some of the money will return is because the way it worked on YouTube is the month after the adpocalypse that I believe happened in February, ad rates dropped by 70, 80% for some people, and then mellowed out to about, I think, a 30% reduction after a couple of months.
And it just takes time for these large. I worked in a large advertising company at Telemundo, and this is around the time, November, December, we see those yearly contracts get renewed. And if they're not going to get renewed, we're going to see a huge hit in this adpocalypse. And there's potential that this could be way worse than the YouTube adpocalypse. But ultimately, time will tell. If you guys like the way the words are flowing out my mouth, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, please like, share, and subscribe. I like reacting to all the different type of silly stuff I see on the internet. And with that said, I'll see you next one. Bye, 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 peace. See you later. Wait, why are you still here? Hi, bye.